Signor Presidente. I have just come from the College where we agreed our work programme for 2017, and I'm pleased to be here to present it to you straight away this afternoon. Work programme is the Commission's commitment to you and to Europeans about what we will do in the coming year. There are no surprises in what we announced today. The work programme makes concrete the policy priorities that President Juncker set out in his State of the Union speech and which we confirmed in the letter of intent. This is a focused agenda centred on the big things, a principle this Commission has applied since the start of the mandate. It reflects our commitment to the 10 priorities on the basis of which you appointed us. Like you, we have listened closely to people's concerns. The challenges for our Union today are well known and citizens feel them in their daily lives. Jobs, inequality, a still nascent economic recovery that is yet to deliver for all. Migration flows which have tested our external borders and, I may add, our internal cohesion. The terrorist threat, ongoing instability in our neighbouring countries. Europe cannot be the answer to all the problems, but Europe certainly needs to be part of the solution to the biggest and most pressing issues. Together, we have a shared responsibility to deliver where it matters most and where only working together can make a real difference. To protect Europeans' interests and quality of life, as well as the security, fairness and well-being of our societies. To empower citizens and give them a perspective for a sustainable future for themselves and their families, and to defend people's rights. We already had a debate about that this morning. The 21 new key initiatives we propose today are grounded on the 10 priorities and the strategies we have presented to implement them. We commit to delivering on these proposals by the end of 2017. Our agenda has been enriched by our dialogue with this House, by the discussions we've had here in plenary and your resolution of July, and by a day and a half of intensive and constructive exchanges between the College and the Conference of Committee Chairs, which I think was excellent. It is also in line with the priorities identified by 27 heads of state or government in Bratislava. This broad degree of consensus about what we should be doing is very welcome indeed, but announcements and proposals are not what matter. Results do. We are therefore committed to working intensively and constructively with you and with the Member States in the Council to reach timely and ambitious agreements on the many proposals that we have already presented. We have listed the most important proposals as we see them in the work programme. The new interinstitutional agreement on better lawmaking includes a commitment by the 3 institutions to agree a joint declaration to be signed by the 3 presidents on priorities for the coming year. We look forward to working with you to jointly agree to move ahead quickly on the proposals that can make the most difference on the ground. We've already seen with the European Border and Coast Guard and with the European Fund for Strategic Investments what we can achieve when we all put our full efforts into negotiations. Agreeing proposals is just the start of the story. In the coming year, the Commission will put a particular emphasis on implementation and enforcement work, making sure that EU rules are properly applied and enforced across all policy areas, including the internal market and the environment. We will also continue our efforts to improve existing legislation and make it more fit for purpose, more proportionate, better able to deliver on the policy goals it is supposed to achieve. In the next year, we will integrate regulatory fitness in our key initiatives, as well as bring forward a further 18 refit proposals to improve existing law, taking into account the input we've had from stakeholders and Member States in the refit platform. We've also published a short brochure which shows how refit is an integral part of delivering on our 10 priorities. Also, we are proposing to withdraw some 19 pending proposals which are outdated or are no longer needed for technical reasons, and to repeal 16 pieces of obsolete existing legislation. Let me end by recalling what I said at the start. The focus of this Commission is squarely on delivery, but we cannot do it alone. This is a joint responsibility, a responsibility to ensure that our Union makes a real impact and protects, empowers and defends Europeans. This Commission looks forward to working with you in the next weeks and months to make that a reality through the results we deliver together. And the last couple of years have been really encouraging for our mutual cooperation in many, many areas that are very important today. Thank you very much, Mr. President.